Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All Bass Creations Effects, Tutorials, Demos, and Review. Today we have up the Zoom MS-70CDR Plus. This blue one here, beautiful blue pedal, with the MS-60B Plus next to it, looking like they together look like they should go with your Nintendo Switch or something, but I love the colors personally. You know, they definitely stand out on your pedal board. So for the looks, that's definitely a plus. They have same layout as the MS60B Plus. But it's an upgrade from the previous version. Hold on. So here's what the multi-stomps used to look like. As you can see, they have the 4 buttons around the switch here, but now they've replaced those with these bigger ones, which are much much easier to get to. So complete upgrade there. Then you got 3 knobs here that are also buttons, and you have 4 knobs now which function as buttons. So and on the CDR, the MS-70CDR Plus, you have stereo inputs and stereo outputs. So that's another, but that was available on the previous version as well. So, but compared to the other multi-stomp ones, the 70 CDR Plus has stereo. So, what you're kind of listening to is some of my favorite effects from not just this pedal, but these used to be available on all the Zoom pedals, these particular effects, but they moved a lot of the special effects to the CDR, to the CDR Plus. So, because I ain't gonna say this whole name every time referring to this pedal now. I'm just gonna say CDR Plus. You know which one I'm talking about, the blue one. All right. If you want to catch the red pedal here, which is the MS-60B Plus, which is the bass version. You can find plenty of demos on my page of that, at least 2 at the moment, but they're about at least an hour long, so you got plenty of exploring on that pedal. But for this one, make sure before we get into it too much, let's subscribe, like, and share. Want to make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Definitely helps me out in the algorithm. Trying to get these out first, and if you like me to, continue to be able to do that, help me out, But enough of that. And you got to kind of hear things come in individually. So I started off with just a bit crusher. But for now, because we playing bass, say you wanted to use this as a bass effects pedal, right? You're not really into all the ambient sounds. We're going to get into the ambient stuff in a minute, but we're going to start with just the stuff that's useful for your regular bass synth type playing, or if you run anything through here and it's synth, you want that extra textures, you got plenty of them here. So for bass players, they have things like the bass analog octave, which is like an OC2 emulation. So and if you look at say I have my iPad here, I'm running the app with it as well. They have, in addition to some of the other features like a higher sample rate and things like that, better quality basically, more processing power. So that means every effect literally has been upgraded because of the processing power. But on top of that, they really did improve a lot of the tracking on some of these. Like, they really improved that tracking, and I really can appreciate that. I would say for this one, these are my settings. I like just the octave down, kind of like an OC2. A lot of people would set their OC2 that same way, straight up octave down. And a little bit of dry, about 50 on the dry. I'm not sure if you guys can see this clearly on the screen. I hope so. These little LCD screens are very difficult to see, I guess, on camera, So I'm trying to do a little bit more on the iPad and the app. It's the same exact thing on the pedal. You just can't see all this at once on the pedal. It will be one effect at a time. And you just will be controlling these knobs. If you want to change any parameters on each effect, so whatever effect you have currently on the screen, you just can start turning a knob and it'll switch to your effects parameters. And then you can just scroll over using the left and right buttons here. If you want to change effects, You can just press the third button from the left or the second button from the right and scroll up and down using the up and down buttons. And then you can literally mess with the parameters there by start turning the knobs, or you can turn it on and off. You can select it just by pressing the toggle switch, foot switch here, and turn it on and off. You also can have two different you can have this going out. Let me see something real quick. Make sure. New patch. Oh, that's curious. So, one thing I will say that they left off of this one that they do have on the MS-60B Plus, and I'm assuming probably the MS-50G Plus, is they allow us to split our signal into the left channel can have an amp sim or whatever you want to go to the house. The right side, you can split it off before it gets to that effect, and it can run either just your dry out or some of the effects to your right channel. This doesn't seem to be, I can't seem to find that feature on this one. So it probably doesn't have it, because it would normally be, hold up 1 second, guys. So, because it would probably be, oh, come on. It would probably be right there on the menu where it is on the other one. So, let's get to it. Bop, bing, bop, bang. So that's the bit crusher. Well, I mean the octave down. Right? That's actually a decent sound. You know, these little pedals allow you can literally pick them up and go with just that pedal, and you got a complete effects rig. This one right here, you know, it's a simple layout. Inputs over here, outputs over here, USB, power, bam. That's pretty much the whole physical layout of the pedal. Up, down, you know, let me see something. And if you hold up or down, it'll scroll through the presets really fast. Let's get back here, and right now it's on auto save. So every time I, make a change, it automatically saves it. But you can turn off auto save if you want to just experiment with some of your sounds and without making it permanent. You know, that's one way of doing it. We also, let's see. All right, so Bit Crusher is another one of my favorite ones. I have that the bit set to 12, sample at 32, tone at 7, balance at 6, and the volume at 83. Definitely one of my favorite Zoom effects. I've used that on a bunch of my actual personal recordings of my stuff. I love that Big Crusher all the way from back when it was on here. It sounds amazing on here. Sounds even better on these new units with the better processing. Not to mention, you can have like things like that line selector in there where even if I had all these engaged and on, I could literally turn them off and on with just a press of a button. And just so you can hear, this is what it sounds like going dry through this pedal. I'm actually going to give it to you two ways. So I'm going to play through it dry, and then I'm going to hit this button, and then it's going to be with, like I'm bypassing this entire, because this is a little mini pedal board right here with 5 effects pedals on it. You can't see the rest, and I reveal them when I do the video on it. Yeah, because I did a mini pedal board just for y'all. Show y'all you don't have to spend a bunch of money to get great sound as well as versatility, as well as a bunch of effects in a small area. So, yeah, let's start with, this is with the pedal in the signal path, and then we'll switch to with it out with the nut. With the nut in the signal path. So they did a great job improving the actual analog aspects of the pedal. The actual hardware and bypass mode has been upgraded as well, which is amazing. You definitely don't these something that, you know, not a huge deal breaker for me because I use effects loops pedals, basically pedals that break up my pedal board into different sections that I turn on and off with, you know, multiple effects at once. But if you was just using this and you wanted to bypass it, it would still have some degradation to your sound. So basically it wouldn't be your actual bypass pristine sound compared to these ones there. These two are definitely doing a much better job preserving your actual untouched bass tone. You know, they call it tone suck, you know, but these ones don't have that. So that's something that they definitely worked on. I appreciate that, because if you're gonna want, you know, guys that spend a lot of money for their, you know, you spend all this money on a bass, you want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? When it's bypass, you want to be able to hear your actual whatever you want on that bass sound the way you want to hear it, not whatever they want to put on it with their bypass tones or whatever the case, or low quality input output. So you definitely want, these are definitely doing a much better job at that. I will say I'm still getting used to, I don't really like these screens. I wish they could have did something to upgrade these screens. They are not the easiest to see. If you on stage, I can tell you that's going to be a problem. So you might as well have it set before, you know, ready, or know what you're doing with it. I don't like they took out the little list mode. So when you used to press this middle one, I used to go to a list, right? And you can, on that list, you can set these to A, B, C, D, the presets. You know, it have a preset list, but then it have like I guess you can pick your favorites or the ones that's most important, or instead of reordering all the patches, you can literally just set A, B, C, D, E all the way to Z, and you know, it gives you 26 presets that you can recall by just pressing this middle button. So, and for a player like me, or especially on my MS-50G pedal, I would use that a lot for different, you know, switching my reverbs, or if I wanted guitar amp sounds to come in and out. But with these ones, these new ones, they don't have that feature. So that is one thing to look out for. If you are a previous multi-stomp user, you know that was one of your favorite features, you know, easy recall them. But now you literally just have to tap up and down, and it takes you to, and I will say it's quick. You know, it ain't like you know, ain't like they slowful. You know, these are quick patch changes. But at the same time, you know, you want to be able to do that. You want to be able to, you know, select the order without always having to think about what order you already have the pedals in. I mean, patches in. You know, you can have just the list order, whatever order you made them in, and then you can select them. But then, like I said, that's something to be aware of. But all right, so how do you do different stuff? Okay, so if you're on the pedal, let's talk about how we do stuff from the pedal, and then we'll talk about stuff how we do it from the app. So from the pedal, if you want to add an effect, well, I can't right now. Let me see. Let me delete one. So I'm going to delete this one. Bam. Right? So if I wanted to add an effect, I can press the first knob here, and it's going to give you a choice to select to add one to the left of the signal, this way, you know, to this other side of the pedal of the effects, or you can add them to this side, or you can cancel. But pretty much, since we need to add one back to the first slot, we'll select it there, select it right there, and then we'll see what we got here. So we can go over. So right now we in the mod section. We got the choruses, all types of different choruses. So matter of fact, let's play through some of them. So that was the chorus, and this is the clone chorus. chorus 1. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to some of my favorites. But you got a lot of TC electronic style choruses in here, or emulations, you know. You got electro harmonics emulations. It's a nice analog chorus emulation. And of course, you know, it has an abundance of choruses in here. Wouldn't be called the CDR, chorus, delay, and reverb. You know, those are what it has the most of. You know, it has a ton of other ones in here as well. Other modulations rather. So it also has one of my favorite flanger emulations in here, the vintage bass vintage flanger. Oh, can't forget the detune for your synth stuff. Detune is crazy. Literally, your new bass synth pedal is here. You know, it's got the bass pedal synth vibe on them. Like, you could do so much with these joints. So we on our bass pedal. I might have to do a whole nother video about the ambient sounds. We're gonna keep going down this bass road, because what you gotta understand is, as much as it has those choruses and delay and reverbs, which you can use for synth stuff as well, you know, and ambient stuff. Most of the time when we're on a gig as a bass player, we're not doing all the ambient stuff. But you can still get this pedal, and you can still run a whole bass rig from it, like effects rig. It's not going to have the amp models like the MS-70CDR Plus. You know, it's not going to have all the same bass amps that's in here. It's not have none in here, actually, no amps. But it does have filters. So it's CDR. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Even though it says chorus, delay, and reverb, It also has a great filter section, which are a good variety of filters. It also has a good variety of compressors and synths, or at least my favorite synth on here. Let me see. Let me see. Speaking of that, we might as well go ahead and just while we at it, functionality wise, on the pedal, if you want to change an effect, you just go left or right, select it. So in this case, I want to change the bass analog octave. And I'm showing you from the pedal because I mean a lot of people will be doing it from the pedal. They might not have an Apple device, whatever the case. But press the second one from the right, takes you to the library. So now I'm in the library. I press up and down. You know, if I want to find something, a same effect, same type of effect. So if I want to more octaves, I just will go up and down. But because I'm looking for the synths, now I got to scroll over to where the synths are. Sorry, they got the fireworks rolling. And for me, I like this Z synth. Oh no, they don't give us one in here. Could have sworn I had a Z synth in here. Sorry guys, they don't have the one I'm looking for. But what they do have, they have this mono synth pedal in here. So let's take a look at the mono synth. So if I wanted to adjust parameters on here, I just would start turning these knobs. And if it's more than one page, I would just press to the right and it would go to the next page. So it's never going to be more than 2 pages anymore. They used to give us 4 pages of parameters in this one. But that's fine because, you know, some of that was kind of overwhelming for a lot of people. If you don't know what you're doing, all those parameters do not help. I don't know why some companies don't know that. But it depends on who your gear is running towards. If you're running towards beginners, intermediate players, which these particular pedals are aimed at everybody, like literally, you know, you find everybody from beginners to pros, like myself. I've been using multi-stomp series since they came out. I've always thought it was a cool pedal and the concept, and you know, so I don't know. I know, you know, people sleeping on Zoom. You know, people definitely sleep on Zoom. You know, is it the best of everything and the best thing out there in the world? You know, is it as good as the originals that they're emulating? No. But a lot of times, do you really need that chain to be? Do you really need? Not really. You know, yes, if I get a analog bit crusher or, you know, or the Franta bit, whatever it's called, you know, I do like that one. Forgot who makes that. But for a bit crusher sound, do I really? This one is really good. First off, let's not act like these aren't good. I mean, you know, there's better ones out there, but for the price, $130, you're getting all of this, all that. So let's hear a little bit of this synth jank right here. I'm gonna tell you now, we're gonna have to add what we're gonna take off. Let's take this off. Matter of fact, let's take this. Now, this warp phaser is one of my favorites of all time as well. We'll come back to that. Matter of fact, let's change this detune. We need a noise gate. So we got the zoom noise reduction, we got noise gate and dirty gate. So let's go with the zoom noise reduction. I think this is what we normally would use. Change, turn it on. So yeah, it's not the best. I don't like that one too much. That one's kind of garbage. Um, I don't know why they even put that on there. Maybe it tracks better on guitar. It ain't tracking for bass. Um, they should have definitely left that. I thought they had a Z synth on here, but they don't. They have that on the MS-60B Plus. See, one thing I will say, they did a. They must have looked at it like, oh man, if all of them got all the effects, ain't no point in buying the other ones. Yeah, pretty much. So they kind of sealed up that little gateway that was opened up on these ones. This and my MS-50G had been somebody hacked them and allowed us to get all the effects and everything. So um, compared to now, I guess they said we don't want y'all to have that little feature, so we only gonna give y'all certain effects. But it looks like they'll allow you to swap out effects as well at some point. So maybe they'll open it back up and we'll be able to swap them out freely once. I guess once they make that little bit of money off them, you know. Um, let's keep rolling. So you got all types of effects here. Auto pan, loop roll. Loop roll is kind of like allows you to hold the sound when you press. So let's see what we got here. Trying to catch it all here. Let me see. Unfortunately, if you change any aspect of it, any is gonna cut out on you. But so you can set that to different rhythmic values, different time frames, up to what is this 3,000? What is this 4,000? 4,000 milliseconds. That's a lot of time. Um, so you can literally record like chord changes in that amount of time. Let me see some, and up to eight. What is it? 8 quarter notes, so 2 bars. So So it's like a little looper in there. It's like a little 4,000 millisecond looper. So that's a nice little special effect they got in there that you can use, for your ambient stuff. If you want to get 3-4 chord in jam real quick, bum 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 bum, you set the chord notes to whatever they're gonna be. Speaking of that, You can set your BPMs a few different ways. Well, you can hold this down, get your tuner, but you can also change this um, in here to be your BPM. So you can change to your BPM, or you can. Let's see. So waiting on the BPM. We can go up and down. Turning using this last one here. You can change the tempo. All that good stuff. Let's see. You can have pre-select, auto. You change your output volume, raise patch, revert the patch name, yep, all that good stuff, BPM. And you also have an effect in here that'll, you could change your BPM as well. If you wanted to do it like this, you can tap it, so you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can do it on the screen, or you can just adjust it, bam, here, or you can adjust it by just turning the first knob here when you pull up the BPM effect. And it allows you to change the BPM of the overall pedal. And if you don't want to use an effect slot for it, like I said, you just press the menu button, change it, BPM. So this is a wonderful pedal. There's so much in here. I'm sorry we haven't got to the delays and reverbs. I know that's what everybody loves about it, but you know, this is the bass Negus. This ain't the ambient Negus. Okay, we starting with bass stuff. We're gonna have plenty of time. Trust me. I'm gonna do more than one video. I'm gonna do a few videos because there's a lot of stuff in here. This is just the initial video showing you how the pedal works. My initial thoughts, and it's an amazing pedal. Got a lot of stuff jammed in here. It's 170 something effects, I believe. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of effects. So let's go back to the library here by pressing the third button here. Now we can scroll up and down if we wanted to get something in the same area. If we want to get to the compressors, we got compressors in here. Yeah. And good ones. They got my favorite one in here. The 160 compressor, which is a DBX 160A rack compressor emulation, which is my absolute favorite of compressor in here. I love how you can double tap all these and edit them. I wish they did that for the V6. They need to add this feature to the B6 app because this is annoying on the B6, bro. Like using the app on the B6 of this, you can't double tap and get this little pop-up menu. This pop-up menu is fire. Then you got a control right here, which is bigger. And you also can control things this way. But I just want a 2.1 ratio. Boop. Soft knee. Threshold around 8 to do -6. Let's let it kick in a lot more. 14. All right, bring this volume down. Great compressor. Great compressor right there. I also like the limiter on here as well. You got a lot of different, the multi-band compressor, that's pretty cool. They got this orange limiter, all this stuff isn't for bass. Some of this stuff is for guitar and or other instruments, general stuff. Compressor, a lot of synth players use the MS-70CDR Plus, well, the original CDR. So, I guess they were assuming a lot of them will be upgrading to the Plus as well. And I can say it's definitely worth the upgrade. The sound quality is better, much clearer, better on the higher frequencies, especially. Definitely more depth to the effects. More, compared to. I love the B6, and the B6 actually has twice as much. The sample rate is doubled on there, so I think that's running off of 88, and this one's running off of 44 kilohertz. So I would say, 24-bit, 32-bit float processing. So I would say like these effects. I like the modulations and stuff on these ones, on the multi-stomp series, more than the ones that are on the B6. Even though they are similar, I like these ones a little more. The variety of them, especially on here, the variety is crazy. So, like, if you wanted to get an upgrade for your B6, these are the perfect little upgrade for your B6 or any multi-effects unit. Say you just wanted to add some nice bass effects, some chorus and delays and reverbs. That limiter sounds. That's fire right off the box, right out the box. The threshold on 20, ratio 4, release on 3, volume on 72. That's fire. Let's keep going here. You see, it's just so much stuff, guys. You get these different categories of effects: modulation, delay, reverb, special effects, dynamics, and filters. What's that? Where is it? So you got the warp phaser. I love this phaser. I like to set my phasers slow. This swell vibrato is great for some stuff as well, because it doesn't kick in right away. It gives you some pre-delay. Great for synth stuff. Great for chordal playing stuff that you know you can have it just a little subtle vibrato at the end of your sound into some delay and reverb. You know what I'm saying? We might as well go ahead and add that in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got on the delay side of the game. So you got all these different delays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29 delays. You're not going through all of them. One of my favorites right off the back is the pitch delay. It's like that rainbow machine. And it sounds better. It sounds definitely more detailed, a little bit warmer than before. The other one was a little, only thing that's holding it back, it was a little, you know, dangly sounding, you know. This one. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Reverb. Hall reverb has always been one of my favorites on here, but we're gonna try something different, you know. Let's see what these shimmer. And let's change this. Let's change this to another delay, and we'll go with This filter ping pong. Let's also add a pitch shifter, polyphonic pitch shifter. Yeah. Oh baby, oh baby. I want to change this to ice. Beautiful. Now let's change. I need a auto swell in here, so I don't need this filter, but I need an auto swell. So slow attack. Right. And we don't need this pitch delay, so we'll go with the modulation there. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it kept going during that time. I would say, yeah, nice chorus would be fine. Hopefully, let's go with this analog chorus. It should be nice and warm. Analog chorus should be nice and warm in there. Sorry, guys. Moving away from the mic and stuff. But, all right. Look at the parameters on this delay, on this ice delay. You get time, mode, repeat, mix, blend, smear, damp, and high pass, which is amazing for bass. You need that high pass filter on that delay. We're gonna need this to move a little bit faster. Matter of fact, let's change this mode. Oh, and you got slice. Oh yeah, short slice. And you can choose the octave, the interval. That's a complete upgrade right there. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parameters on that thing, on a delay. And you're gonna need it for that one. So you can do a lot of little stuff with this pedal. Like this joint's crazy. You get, like I said, you get 6 effects at a time, which is bananas for something that's the size of your palm of your hand. Between this and something like the Tone X1, you get something like a Tone X1 and this, that's your entire effects rig right there. It's got all your amp models in the Tone X1, and this joint will have 6 effects for you. That's a great little rig right there. Especially if you're just starting out. If you're just starting out, that's an amazing little rig. Like you can't beat that for that price. What is that? 4 or 5? Let's see. It's 130. Well, about $300. You get both of those. That's a steal. That's a steal. 300. You get 6 effects. Plus, you don't. If you get a Tone X1 or something like that, right? Or if you get 2 of these, you know what I'm saying? You get the MS-60B in this. This is 12 effects at once on 2 joints that you can pop in your gig bag. That's 12 effects and something that's you can fit both of these in the palm of your hand. That's crazy. And they're really good. It's really easy to switch patches on them. It's not as easy as setting them up in here, the original, but it's still amazing. Still amazing stuff here. Um, it definitely gets my stamp of approval. I'm gonna do another video on these with more of these ambient sounds, but I want, excuse me, guys. I wanted just to get the initial thoughts. I just got it yesterday. I already been playing around with the MS-60B Plus for a few days, so I already know how to use this multi-stomp series pedals in general. Like I said, I have 2 of these. I also have a Zoom B3. And just so we got a reference here, this is what it used to be. That's the original OG right there. They got me into Zoom effects. This is the very first multi-effects I ever bought. And I'm still using Zoom stuff to this day because of this. The effects on here are so killing. They're amazing to be, but you only got 3 of them. So, which pushed me to get the original multi-stomp, which has me now getting the upgraded one. As well as I have a Zoom B6, which is sitting right off camera here. It's just sitting right here. It sits on my desk, ready to go. Audio interface, everything you would need in a newer unit. And that's, it's bigger than this one, but these are a lot smaller. So like these fit into one of these slots right here. This takes up about 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, right? But that one actually allows you to have controls, additional controls of foot switches and stuff that you can do with the additional expression pedal. So, but I'm retiring these older units, this one and that one. Of course, I have these newer Zoom units, and they all sound amazing. So it's no point of keeping that around per se. I mean, I'm keeping them around because I might sell them. I might just give them away. I might just give them away on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Hit that like button. Need y'all hit that like button more often. But yeah, might just give them away in some sort of raffle with all my presets still on them. And then you'd have access to all my previous effects for free. And these ones, I'm talking about all my synth stuff. I have a lot of stuff in these. I've had these for like 8 since they came out. Both of them, this and the MS-50G. And I got complete rigs set up in there. So all the preset slots have been filled for the most part. But yeah, on this MS-70CDR Plus, it's worth it. Definitely go grab it. Check it out. Whatever you want to call yourself doing, it's worth, if you don't like it, just send it back. I mean, what's harm in trying it out? Try it out, see if you like it. And, if you like it, come back and hit me in the comments. Hit me in the comments anyway. Let me know what y'all think of this drink. Let me know what y'all want to see in the next video. Let me know, but I know I got a few things I want to cover. I want to go through a lot more of these ambient sound combinations. I'm also going to be making presets for these available for sale for the this MS-70CDR Plus and the MS-60B Plus. I'm going to have presets for both of those preset packs for both of those for sale. I'm also going to have what else? I'm going to have presets and captures for sale for the IK Multimedia Tonex series, Tonex 1 and Tonex, the bigger pedal. And I'm going to have IRs for sale. So I have 6 of my favorite cabinets in this room. And I've done sounds with them with a RE320, an SM57, and an Audix D6, which are my favorite bass microphones, which you'll be getting videos about real soon. And yeah, they are going to be available for you guys, so you guys will have access to my complete tone setup. So in one way, shape, or form, like you'll have access to the effects presets and stuff I'm using. You'll have access to the preamps I have, which I have, the Gensler, Magellan, the AG preamp, the Eden WTDI, the Langley Digbeth, Ampeg SGT-DI. I got a GHS color box V2, you know what I'm saying? So you'll have access to all these different sounds and different things in my different packs. And I'm very excited about it. It's taken me a while to get them done because they take time. Like, I know it seems like I would just be throwing them together and just putting them in. Now, these are sounds that I'm actually using for my own stuff that I'm going to make available for you guys. So they be taken in great quality, and I'm taking great care in getting you guys these products, these packs, whether it be the preset packs or the captures, tone captures, and the tonic stuff, or the IRs, which you can throw on. Like I have a B6 here. Any IR loader, you'll be able to throw all my IRs on, and you'll have access to some amazing stuff. So I definitely looking forward to you guys hearing what you guys can do with it. So that's all I have for the Zoom MS-70CDR Plus at the time. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Hit the like button so you can keep up with all the new gear coming out. I got quite a few new reviews coming up. What we got coming up? The Langley Digbeth. We got that coming up. That preamp. What we got coming up? More multi-stomp videos. More Tone X1 videos. JHS color box V2 preamp. This big white boy. That's my baby right there. That thing sound good. Got the, what else we got over here? We got the Atlas compressor by Source Audio, the Empress, which is my absolute favorite best bass compressor in the world. That thing is crazy. I love it. Yeah, and we're going to make this rock out, guys. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share, and keep up with me. And go to allbasscreations.bandcamp, get my music, check out all that stuff. And you can hear a lot of these effects in action. You can hear me in action, you know what I'm saying? You hear me do some nice stuff here, but go check out the music and let me know what you think. And follow me on all social media at the Bass Niggas. Please follow me. Trying to get them subscribers up, followers up on all platforms. So I'm going to kick in my ultimate social media marketing plan. Nah, I'm just, trying to get my money up like everybody else out here. But help me get where I'm trying to go, because I'm going to help you get where you're trying to go. Help you sound good. In return, help me get what I'm trying to get. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Peace.